Hello everyone. This is Dominika and welcome to our Expat Career and Lifestyle podcast. And this podcast is about your true calling, your mindset, and also how to overcome your limiting beliefs about money. And I'm sharing with you 3 parts of 3 wonderful interviews from our summit, Effortless Success in Your Portable Career and Business. So as you probably know, we have just finished our annual summit. And I decided to share with you those 3 interviews because I think that they will help you to get crystal clear about your vision and also overcome your obstacles and limiting beliefs. The first interview is with Maria Katolikova. She's a career coach and founder of Authentic You, and she's sharing with us how to discover your true calling. The second interview is with Vivian Kiona, psychologist and founder of Expat Nest. And she talks about how to build your entrepreneurial mindset, a very important part of starting and growing your business. The third interview is with Rosemary Cunningham, marketing coach, and she's sharing with us how to overcome your limiting beliefs about money. So very hot topic here. So enjoy those 3 interviews. Let me know what are your thoughts, learning points, and what actions are you going to take. And I will be back soon. Like what would you advise to an international woman or like an expat woman or a woman who is living abroad and like she's thinking about finding something new, changing career, starting a business, or finding like her dream job? And she's stuck, she doesn't know, or maybe she's scared. So what would you advise to her?
Well, first of all, I would advise to think about why do you want to change?
Mm-hmm.
What is your motivation to change? Because depending on that, you would take a different path. Like, for example, if you want to change because you want bigger money that you had before, probably you would aim for some, high-paying, probably but stressful job. Because that's unfortunately how the world is. If you want more time for yourself and your family, well, you would probably choose a job with less responsibilities, where you just come, do your job, and go home. Or if you want to help people, like we coaches do, it's also a different path. You need to take into account other variables. So that would be my first advice to follow, to understand why you want to change. And then I would say, well, you need to look into yourself, inside yourself, and to understand what are the talents that you have, the passions, the interests. What is your personality? What is your personality telling you? Because you cannot really have or build a very fulfilling career if you don't really know what you want.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to build it around something that's important in your life. And I forgot to mention values, but this is also part of the personality that you have. Now I often hear people saying I don't know what my passions are. I don't know if I'm even passionate about something, but it can be quite a block for a lot of people, but I think there's a very simple way to bypass it, and I already noticed it, mentioned it slightly, is that if you want to discover your passions, you don't need to be fixed on this idea of passions. What are my passions? You just need to become genuinely curious, and start doing different things you have never done before. So if you see something that is even slightly remotely interesting to you, piques your interest and your curiosity, well, you try, you go and try it at least once. And then you would need to search for feelings of, listen to your feelings actually, and search for feelings of excitement and fulfillment. Everybody knows what it is, for themselves, how they feel when they're excited and when they're fulfilled. And if the thing that you're doing is actually feeling like that, then you do it again and again and again. And, for me, when you reach the moment when you cannot stop doing the thing, that's when you found what it is. What is important. I think that's a pretty good start for people to search for a new career, to search for a new direction. Yeah, that's the two advices that I would just give. And then the last one, probably, when you found it, well, just take a leap and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like about understanding why do you want to do it and getting clear on your passions and then going for it. Another challenge that like online entrepreneurs or even like expats entrepreneurs can face, it's about like building or like having the mindset of a business owner. So how to like build this mindset, or like is this a difference like between like the mindset of an employee or a business owner?
Yeah, I think indeed it requires a shift in your mindset. Like it took me some months when I was introducing to people to say, hi, I'm Vivian, I'm a counselor of that school, to say, hi, I'm Vivian, I'm founder of Expat. It was also an internal shift in my work identity. As I said before, because I had the accident, so I had many hours laying on a bed. I was listening to many podcasts about entrepreneurship, about mindset work, and that helped me. And I would encourage whoever is listening to us to do it. Listen to interviews, podcasts, read articles. There are people out there who have been through what you're going through right now, and it can help you. And I think in terms of mindset, what is important to do is just to ask yourself, what is really blocking me or what I'm afraid of? And based on that answer that you give to yourself, then you need to take some actions and try to change it. And that's a tricky one because sometimes we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what is our blind spot. So I think it requires that awareness of us, reflecting, okay, what's really going on here? What am I afraid of? What is blocking me? What can I do differently? And I try to do it daily, at least, or weekly.
So it's like an ongoing work, like working on your mindset and how you can like change yourself and like improve yourself and your business.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think also the environment plays a role. For me, it's very important to have people around me who lift me up, who take me higher, and I feel comfortable expressing to them, what is blocking me, what I'm afraid of. Otherwise, if you're around, like if you're in a toxic environment, I think it is draining you. I think it's mind plus the environment.
Yes, I think it's very important, like looking for support also, or like surrounding yourself with people who are like Yeah, so you have changed a lot and you have changed your career completely. And so today we are going to speak about a very hot and interesting subject, money and limiting beliefs. So what are like the most common limiting beliefs that you see that women are having and how to like overcome them or change them?
Yeah. A lot of people have fear around money. That was definitely one of mine. It's a huge one. If you can change your fear around money, life will change dramatically. And that's a huge part of my purpose, bringing people out of fear and into joy and ease. That's absolutely huge. Women also often need a lot of validation from other people. We have a lot of history around money. We have a lot of Victorian dramas in my country at the moment, things like, oh goodness, what have we got at the moment? Vanity Fair and things like this. And women married, and immediately any wealth they had went to their husband. And of course, marriage was controlled by wealth. And so there's been a lot of emotion mixed up in it, and a lot of dependency for women that, as we all know, still exists in a large part of the world. And luckily, most of us now are starting to break free of this. But we bring an awful lot of legacy with us. I've had women come to my groups who have applied for a mortgage in their own name 20 times in the last 25 years. So it's all very, very new for us. And I think one big belief is that we can't do it by ourselves. It may not be a conscious belief. We like to think we're feminists and we're really powerful, but underneath there's often a really powerful underlying belief that was very much part of me, was that I couldn't do it by myself. And I was single and independent on the outside, but underneath, maybe I might have had a husband. I've been single most of my working career, but I had a very, very supportive father who was always happy to put his hand on my back and support me financially. And a lot of women really, on some level, believe that that's what they need. And that partly in our DNA. Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest one.
Yes, so like how to change this belief, because it is changing, like women, they have like more like power and like more independence now, but as you said, we all still have this limiting belief. I think that not also in the UK, but like in other different countries, you always like think that you need a man who will support you, or someone else who will like support you. Even like on the outside, you can seem like very independent. So how to change this limiting belief? What we can do to change it?
A lot of it is about awareness. Money is all about energy. What I've learned through my time is marketing's about energy, business is about energy, our bodies are all about energy, and so is money. So an awful lot about it is awareness and catching your habits, starting to understand yourself on a much deeper level, and then you start to hear your triggers. And knowing those is absolutely huge, because we can be doing so well and then something happens and we go in a complete spiral of downward. So a large part of it is actually knowing your triggers. And some of the women I've worked with years later, they'll still get their work out when they're having a bad time, or they'll just start remembering. There are other things we can do. I mean, people use things like tapping, EFT. I do some deep belief work with my clients. And then we have affirmations where we really own ourselves around money. But if you're not in the right headspace, saying that you're $1 million coach first thing in the morning just won't fit at all. There's often a gradual acceptance of self, and it's hugely around our self-worth. So I would really say that this isn't just a one-off process. It's not a quick fix for most people. The awareness can be huge, but there's often a process of really healing. It's no coincidence that I've come into this as a healer, because I help people heal their money stuff. And so yes, there can be a deep process of healing when you take a good look at your self-worth, what it's about. One thing I do with my clients always, one of the first things we do is I get everyone to write their money story. And if you're out there wondering where to start, just get a blank sheet of paper and write down what you were hearing about money when you were a little child. So 4, 5, 6, 7, up to that age. And that will be where you've taken your beliefs from. You know, what you were hearing about money. For us here, it's often money doesn't grow on trees. And so we constantly see a limit. And money's an energy. It's actually limitless. And it's up to us to really start tapping into that. So I do a lot of energy work with my clients.
Hope you like these interviews, and if you would like to discover more about how to start creating and growing your own portable career and business, and learn from top leading experts who are sharing with you their secrets about building their portable career and businesses, and do it without being overwhelmed and confused, you can purchase all the recordings, 29 video and audio interviews of Effortless Success in Your Portable Career and Business. I will put the link with the comments. We have a very special offer, and also you will get some fantastic bonuses, such as interviews from last year's summit, Take Your Career With You, and also access to 5-day video training about how to start your own successful portable career. So go and check all the information and let me know what are your thoughts, questions, doubts, and actions that you are going to take after this episode. So thank you very much for listening, and I will be back soon with another fantastic episode. Thank you very much, and